Hey folks, Bob Reese here with the Guidance Forecast, giving you a fishing report for Saturday, August 3rd. I'm still going to the ocean, and that bite that we had talked about a couple days ago is gone already, down in the 140 foot of water, down on the 10/11 line. That place got inundated with jellyfish down there. It's about 2 miles south of the red line there, down by the weather buoy. So sorry if you wasted your time there today, but action was really good out by the CR buoy. Keep in mind we have minus tides in the morning, so a lot of times those fish that have been close to the river mouth are getting pushed out deeper. But that bite didn't last long, so if you were there early, you did well. But as is per standard for ocean fishing, which I haven't really witnessed much this year, ironically, is that the bite did taper off dramatically after about 9 in the morning. So we didn't start till 8 this morning. I didn't want to mess with the minus tide, even though there was no swell, and the bar was, I think it had a restriction this morning of 20 foot. But it was, for the most part, safe to go early. I started 8 and I just went north because I had heard from one of the listeners that's also on the Sea Dock here that he had caught some Chinook to the north in about 60 foot of water yesterday. So I put in at buoy 7 just over the line there and caught a Chinook first thing, which probably would have been close to 8:45 by the time I got out there. Nice easy ride out today. Light variable winds, really not much of a swell at all. And then proceeded to troll west and found some more coho out by buoy 3. Good bite at buoy 3. I was north of the green line, but still in the vicinity of buoy 3 is where the best action was today. There was a bunch of whales out there, which was cool to see. That always seems to be a good place to fish amongst the whales. Be cautious when you're navigating, of course, but we ended up getting 12 for the people. I came home without my 2 fish, but I'm good. It's been a good season. Yeah, that was probably the most consistent bite out in the ocean, was by green number 3. And undersized Chinook showing, so be sure you know your salmon species well, and more wild coho than we've seen recently, but still managed to get a limit of hatchery fish and a decent grade at that. So river fishing is good for August 3rd. Most people are taking advantage of the fact that the coho have been around the river mouth and taking advantage of the flush tide, the incoming hard push at the line at buoy 10, and people are getting double-digit opportunities for coho on these hard tides, as we had predicted might happen on our video a couple mornings ago. So that bite has been consistent on the flood. What I'm not sure is if they're waiting for the rip to come through before those coho hit or not, but there's just so many coho. I'm already thinking that it's under predicted return of coho this year, and we're more than halfway through our allotted quota for the Ledbetter to Cape Falcon reach of the ocean, so that's could be problematic. But not many Chinook in the river still, but there are some. One guide commented that he thought the checkerboard was loaded with salmon. It could have been sturgeon, but he had a degree of confidence that they were Chinook, and they weren't biting well there. So no real consistent salmon bite. There was one guide friend of mine who had 8 chances yesterday, and he just specifically uses the blue label herring, so those are likely Chinook bites he's getting. He landed 3 out of 8 in the river, and all of them were wild, so he didn't retain a Chinook yesterday. He fished in the ocean today. So river fishing, yeah, there's definitely kings in there. You'll catch them on that last trickle outgoing, which tomorrow is probably going to be, around 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing another 8 o'clock start, and it just takes a little longer to get a limit if you do that in the ocean. That's my intent, is to go to the ocean, and it should be good again. Not a ton of people wait until the top of the tide there to fish up at the bridge, because that's getting later every day, but it should still be a productive option. And those Chinook are going to show any day. I still think it'll be 4 or 5 days from now, around the 7th or 8th of August, but it's going to break loose. So that's the report from today. Subscribers of the Guides Forecast, do log on to your account, and we'll get you some more information about how tomorrow looks as far as a forecast, and stay safe out there.